Hello, my artists. Today we're going to learn how to make an egg carton fish. All right, my artists, we're going to go ahead and get started by cutting apart our egg carton. Today I'm going to be using my recycled cardboard egg carton, but if you have a styrofoam one, that will work too. Just make sure that when you're cutting, that you're always cutting away from yourself, or if you need an adult's help, that you ask. So I started out by cutting off the lid. We're also going to need to cut off that little side flap over here to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and cut along that little perforated line. And then we also might need to do some cutting inside the egg carton too. This one seems to have some higher up separation parts where the cardboard is a little bit thicker, those little pointy ends. And we're going to need to kind of cut those off so it's easier for us to cut out the individual egg carton piece. Now that we have these little guys cut out, we're going to go ahead and separate them and clean them up a bit. So I'm going to carefully cut them in half, and I'm going to cut off any little extra cardboard pieces that I don't want sticking out. Now it's time to paint the body of our fish. I decided that I wanted to make a little goldfish, so I'm mixing a little bit of red paint into my yellow. Since the red is a lot darker than the yellow, you really don't need a lot to get a nice orange. Now, make sure that you paint extra well to get in all the little nooks and crannies of our little egg carton piece. While we wait for the body of the fish to dry, I'm going to use this coffee filter to make the fins and the tail. I'm going to start by folding it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half one more time, and then finally a third time. Once I have all my folds, I'm going to take a marker. In this case, I'm using an orange marker because I have an orange goldfish. And I'm just going to focus my color kind of on the point, but I'm also going to kind of scribble up so my color kind of bleeds out to white. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. I'm also going to open up the coffee filter and kind of add some marker color in there too. Next, we're going to take a little bit of water on our paintbrush. We're just going to kind of blend the marker into our coffee filter. But I am not going to completely saturate the coffee filter with water because I don't want the orange to completely bleed into it. I do want the ends of the coffee filter to stay a little bit white. Now it's time to add some detail to our fish body. I'm going to go ahead and mix in a little bit of that orange into this light yellow I have here. And I'm going to paint on some little fish scales. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to paint little delicate U's or little curved lines all over the little egg carton piece. This is going to add detail and dimension. Once that layer of paint has dried, I'm going to go ahead and add my eyes. I'm going to take some white paint and I'm going to very carefully paint some oval, like circle shapes for my eyes. Next, I'm going to add some pink for some lips, and I'm going to do an oval shape for this as well. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some black. I'm gonna do a little pupil kind of in the upper corner of the eye. It's gonna be more of like a cartoon looking eye. And I'm also going to add a little black dot in the center of the oval for the lips. So it'll kind of be like a little puckered fish mouth. Next, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to make a small cut in the very back. This is going to be where the tail of our fish is going to be inserted. Now that my coffee filter is dry, I can start to fold it. I'm going to fold it in half again, just like I did to start with. But instead of folding it more, I'm going to do 2 diagonal cuts. I'm going to kind of cut along those fold lines before so it's like a good guide, but I'm not going to cut all the way down to the halfway fold. I'm just going to cut out a little bit, but stop right before it. Then I'm going to do a very gentle kind of fold here in half, and I'm going to slip it in that little cut in the back of the fish that we made before. I'm going to gently kind of push it in there, and then I'm going to pull the fins apart. So these are the 2 cut pieces that we cut on those diagonals. I'm going to gently kind of put them in the openings of the little egg carton piece, and I'm going to kind of adjust them how I think it should look. I'm going to fluff out the little tail, kind of bending it and fixing the fins. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make our little egg carton animal. I can't wait to see what you guys create.